Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to this video on a topic which is really interesting and important. Base 64. It is encoding, decoding. You can call it conversions. So many things you can call it, but we will be discussing about why we need it, what is the importance of base 64 conversions, and where it is required. So let me explain at a very high level on your, especially when you are transferring data from one place to another over the internet. So normally you are using protocols, right? Those protocols are using all these text files and images and all those things. And in case of any bit loss or there are special characters, etc. So communication might lose, can be corrupted, can be damaged. So when you will open the image, it might not be the image you were looking for or which was sent. So there is a concept of base 64 conversion or encoding. What it will do, it will have specific characters. So it will convert your data, it is Excel or images or whatever, into predefined characters. So there will be no special character or anything else. But when it will decode or it will convert it back exactly what you had sent, it will be extracted. So I will show you how it is calculated in an example using Microsoft Excel. So once you have the concepts, then it will be easy to understand the exact utilization or calculation of the base 64. Then I will show you in Oracle or Oracle Apex how you can encode, how you can decode the same string or text using base 64. So let's have a demo and we will see how things are on the back end. Okay, let's move. Let me first show you how base 64 is calculated without going into the technical details. You can Google. There is a, let's say, for example, I've opened one site, base64 and code.org. So in this, if you see on the top, there are two options, decode and code. When you are converting a text or an image to base64, that is called encode. But reversal of this means you have the base64 and now you need the actual data that will be decode, right? I have just taken this lorem ipsum. It's a free text I took from here. And when I have inserted and I will be clicking this encode here, right? So now this is base 64, this string. So if you see here in this, there is no special character or anything. It is purely characters A to Z, small and capital, then numbers, and we have an equal sign. And I think there is forward slash, if I'm not wrong. I will show you the chart as well for this base 64. Okay, there are 64 characters. That's why it is called base 64. Okay, now let me take this. Okay, let me open like this to have you better understanding. Switch back as well. So now I will take this base 64 and I will be clicking this decode on the top, pasting it over here, and now the word is decode. See? This is we had encoded and same got decoded, right? So even this question mark and all those things. So normally is when you are doing emails, APIs calls, you will face this base 64 string like this. So for example, if you are integrating with Gmail or Office 365, you will be getting in the APIs base64 strings like this. Then you have to decode in order to get the actual data. Same way images will be in this base64. Okay. Now let me show you Excel to show you exactly the steps. First, this is a table for base64 alphabets, right? Starting with 0, it, sorry, this is the number, and here you have these characters. So in character A, alphabets A to Z capital, then small letters, and then you have numbers, and then you have forward slash. See, equal sign is not there in this chart. Now I will explain why and how one or two equal signs will always be there. Not always, sometimes uh, there are three options. It will not, equal sign will not be there. It will be one equal sign or it will be two equal signs. So there are possibilities. I will tell you all three options or scenarios. And there is a plus sign as well. Okay. So that's it. And total are 64, starting with 0. Now I took one string. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 characters, right? 8 byte. So in base 64 conversion, what it will do, it will make grouping of 3 bytes or 3 characters like this and this, right? Now here's the problem. Now this group is full of 3. Calculations will be fair enough because you have to convert to the binaries. And this also of 3. So let me put it like this for better understanding. 3, sorry, it has 3 and it is 2. Here there's the problem. It need to be one more as well. So instead of having this one more, we will have equal sign post. Sorry, it needs like this, right? Now this will become 3. There can be another scenario where this last group will be of having one character only, and then 2 need to be added. You know, for that you need to add 2 equal signs. And if 3 plus 3 plus 3, all 9 are there, then you don't need to add any equal. So you will find base64 strings without equal sign, with single equal sign, or 2 equal signs. I hope so. I hope this is now clear. Secondly, you need to first, if you see here, what I did, I am using Excel functions. You will learn Excel as well, how things can work in Excel. So first I have this ASCII code for this. So let me show you is equal to code, sorry, code this, okay, 60, and let me take for all. This I will remove, so we are not adding it over there. Okay. So first we need this ASCII character. You can find ASCII characters equivalent. Let's say, for example, P ASCII is 80, 80, 65 is A, same for each characters. Then we did decimal to binary. So it is 8 bits. If even it was less, it will add zeros. So these are the binary numbers, and each will be of 8 digits because we need 8 digits. 1 byte is equal to 8 bits, right? Now, next stage, we will Now there are two ways. You group it 3 3, or you can take a total. I will show you how it is calculated at the end. Almost result will be same. So here I have concatenated all these strings. Here I use bit different logic over here. So otherwise what you can do, first you have to do for 3, concatenate for 3, then for 2, and then you have to add zeros. Okay. But what I did, I concatenated all these 8. When I totaled it, these are 64. Ideally, it should be multiplication or multiplier of 6. Exactly 6. So let's say if it was 60, then there was no equal sign. Now it is 64. That means still we need 2 more bits, right? In order to make it 66. Sorry, this is 11. Okay. See, needs it. So how much is the gap? 2, right? That means 1 is not able to complete. So we will add 1 equal sign. Okay. For 1 missing byte, we will add 1 equal sign. So normally it will be 1 equal sign or 2 equal sign or no equal sign, right? Because it will be here. So then you don't need any equal sign. It will be exactly divided by 6. Now concatenated, and we found that we have 2 less. So what we'll do, we will postfix at the end on the right side 2 zeros. It will become 66. Now this is a valid string. Now next is we have to break 6 digits or 6 bits from this like this, right? So here I've used the formula. You can try it. So this is the first starting position 1. So we took from 1 to 6 and then from 7 to next like this up to here. Now, because here we are not going next, right? So it's not of any use. So from 61 to 66, this will be the last 6 digits or bits, whatever you are convenient. So we have calculated these values. Now my next is binary to decimals. So these are the binary. Now we have to calculate decimals which are like this, right? So now we are going opposite, right? Because here I've just showed you how to calculate this characters as ASCII values, but here we are calculating again from binaries. So here it is binary to decimal. Okay, these are the values. Now we need to take each value here from this table and we will take this value character. If you see here 20 is this, sorry, this one. This is sequence number. I wanted to show you but that these are 64. So let me remove this to avoid confusion. So 20 is U capital, right? Then next is 4. 4 is E capital, right? Same way we reached up to this. So if you see 56, 56 is 4. We added 4. And since we had 2 additional zeros or 1 byte missing or less, we added 1 equal sign. Now we have to concatenate all these values into a single string. This is our base 64. Base 64. Now let me show you. We will take this screen and instead of this long, we will just put capital Pakistan, right? And encode. See this value? Copy. Just wanted to confirm with you if it is same or not, right? Now I will paste the same value here and decode, right? Now next is, let me show you if I will do like this, what it will look like. Okay, see, it's a single. Let me do like this. See, now two zeros, because it is 7 now, 7 bytes. So if you divide by 3, one remainder will be there. So you need to add 2, right? In order to make them 333, sets of 333. Now take this one, right? See? So this is how it is converted. I've explained you in this. And now let me show you in Oracle Apex. I have opened my Oracle Apex instance, and if you see here, this is my SQL command, and in this I have added 2 select statements. First is this one, and the second one is this one. So first it will encode, if you see here, encode, and next is decode. This one is decode, right? So in first, if I will be doing this one, right, the same value. Okay, now I'm taking this and passing it over here. Already it is there, but let me paste it again and let us try. Okay, now you can create this as a PL SQL function. So you will pass some value, it will return, or you can use this select. It is up to you, your choice, right? Uh, because sometimes if data is huge, then you might have problem with your varchar. See here we are doing this varchar. Then you will have to split text into small chunks, and then you have to convert, and as a loop, then you can achieve this. Let's say, for example, if it is clob, it will give error, right? Because here you have a varchar. Uh, maybe in any version, I don't know if it is there from clob. I don't remember at the moment, but you can try this way. You can convert or encode and decode base64, and this is normally used when you are transferring data uh, from using protocols from one place to another, especially when you are dealing with HTTP or services, web services. You will have this conversion or encoding, decoding of base64. So please try base64. I hope so you have learned something, if not new, something in detail, uh, both in Oracle as well as in Excel. So share your feedback and keep visiting us. Thank you very much, and Allah Hafiz.